I want to start with a quote because it's interesting. I think a lot of us have this definition of quitting. Winners never quit and quitters never win. Here's what I think the full version of this quote should be. Winners never quit and quitters never win, but at least there's a quitter who let themselves begin. Now, throughout this call, I'm excited because you're going to learn 5 areas of my life where I've had to quit and the questions that I regularly ask myself in the process of quitting. And of course, I'm full of book recommendations, so I have to share Essentialism by Greg McKeown. Essentialism by Greg McKeown is an amazing book on knowing when to quit. So that's something to come back to later because I think quitting is something that successful people must learn how to do and master all the time. So I think in general, there's going to be 2 areas that you'll find yourself in, right? You're going to have the right thing with the wrong timing, or the right timing with the wrong thing. And I feel like that's been the perpetual cycle that I've been in. I'm like, I've got the thing, but it's not ready for the world yet. Or like, oh my gosh, I've got so much energy and I'm ready, but this isn't the product or the program or the thing. And that can be so frustrating. But hopefully in me sharing these 5 areas of my life where I've constantly quit or had to reevaluate whether this was worth my time, my energy, because at the end of the day, I think your energy is the most expensive thing that you have about you. Like my energy is expensive, y'all. I could be having a conversation with a friend and it could be a voice note, like Koya and I both voice note all the time. You're going to get at least 1 book recommendation. You're going to get 2 podcast recommendations. You're going to get a download. You're going to get something, but I'm full of these just things that I love to share with friends because right now I'm in a season where I'm living. I've shared my 4 seasons of entrepreneurship in the past, but I'll share it again really quickly as a refresher. But my summer is for living. My fall is for listening. My winter is for learning, and my spring is for launching. So right now I'm in this living and listening season. And so I'm taking in a lot. That also means I have to pause on social media because before you can create, you have to integrate everything that you're learning, all the things that are being downloaded. And I'm the kind of person, as a fellow visionary like Koya and BRENDON, as someone who is constantly perceiving the world and wanting to put my art out based on my perspective, like it's a lot. And so the process of knowing when to put something out, when to quit, when to redirect, it's a lot. Now, when you think about something personal in your life that you may need to quit, I want you to ask yourself these 5 questions. Number 1, is this helping me grow? Now, the personal thing that I had to quit was drinking. And what's cool about this is I think I've been on this journey with you all, but I quit drinking in March. I was in Panama and I just decided there was no blackout night. There was no drunk text to an ex. It was just having a sip of Aperol Spritz at 10 a.m. on the rooftop of my hotel. And I was like, I think I'm done. I think I'm done. And that first question really landed. Is this helping me grow? The version of Glow that I'm becoming, the person that I can see myself as next year, next month, does she need this? Like there was no point to it anymore. I was doing it passively just to do it, just to pass time. So is this helping me grow? Number 2, does this make me smarter? Now, arguably, some people think wine can trigger, different parts of your brain that activate, areas that we, have inhibition around, but does this make me smarter? Whatever it is personally that you need to quit, ask yourself, does it make you smarter? And then also, do I like who I am when I do it? In this personal arena, do I like who I am when I do it? I'm going to use, again, drinking for an example. Do I like who I am when I do it? I just become giggly. I become like, oh, life is good. But mostly I just forget about my problems. Now, forgetting about your problems versus dealing with them, which is the mature thing to do. Deal with them, right? So do I like who I am when I do it? The answer was no. Number 4, is this costing me unnecessary money? Is this costing me unnecessary money? Now, I'm not telling everyone that they need to stop drinking, but there's an app that I use called Quit Drinking. And my favorite part of this app, every time I log in, I think I'm 210 days sober now. And this is 210 days down, a lifetime to go. Like I'm done for good. And one of my favorite stats that it shows on this app is how much money I save. I think I'm at $2,000 something just from not drinking. So think about in your personal arena, does this cost a lot of money, or is this an expense that doesn't make sense anymore? Then the fifth question, does the future version of me absolutely need this? Does the future version of me absolutely need this? And my favorite part about whatever you decide in this personal arena to quit, you are going to exercise so much discipline. My goodness, you are going to love yourself. This could be anything that you decide. It could be, maybe you're trying to quit smoking. Maybe you're trying to quit, I don't know. We all have our nemesis, our Achilles heel. So whatever it is that you are trying to quit in the personal space, I guarantee you your future self is going to love you for it. Because I look back on my life and I'm like, I gave alcohol a good 10 years. Now in the US, 21 is the drinking age. But again, the overachiever me, I was like, I'm going to wait till 22 just to prove that I got it. So I waited until I was 22 to start drinking. So I gave it a good 10 years of my life. Now I'm like, I'm done. I've had my fair share of wine. I've supported the alcohol economy around the world through 93 countries. I've done my part and I'm happy with my contribution. And now I'm ready to reallocate and reinvest those funds into something that personally is going to develop me in a better way.
This can be your day for personal growth. This can be that day you committed to and you remember and you go, that was the day I got myself a community. I got better coaches. I committed to making my life the absolute best that I could. This is that day. Make today your growth day. Click the button on this page and sign up right now.